All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through the Metal Gear Solid games first, shall we? So let's go down the list and I will talk about each and every boss and who I think is the best to the least. Let's start off with Metal Gear Solid 1, shall we? My least favorite boss in this one is by far Sniper Wolf. The first one sucks because, yeah, you literally don't have anywhere to zoom in. You literally got to shoot her right away because if you don't, she shoots you. And your hands are shaking and there's not really anywhere to hide to shoot her. So that's one of the reasons why. The second one is a little better, but it's easy if you have a lot of Stinger missiles or Nikita missiles. Overall, I'm just not a fan of Sniper Wolf just because I hate using the PSG-1. And in the first battle you take on her, you can't use the Nikita and you don't have the Stinger missile yet. So that's the reason why that one is on my least favorite list. Next one on that list, the tank. The tank is good, but it's just, come on. If you're not playing on hard or extreme and you get run over by the tank, you get run over by a vehicle, most likely you're going to die. On the easy mode, they just make it way too easy. I don't know. It's okay, but it's just too easy. That's just my 2 cents on it. I like it for what it is, but just not one of my favorites. The next one, Hind D. It's just all you do is you hide, you shoot, you hide, you shoot, you hide, you shoot. It's too easy. Like you're not really doing anything. Like it'd be cool if like it just came out of nowhere, but it is what it is. It's okay for the boss, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. The next one, Rex, because you don't know when you can shoot, you don't know when you can avoid the missiles, and I just always seem to have a rough time with Rex. I don't know why. It's not a bad boss, but it's just a little too difficulty. The next one on there, Liquid. It just seems like you're going to beat the game, right? Well, you got to shoot him. You've got to do a little fist fight with him after Rex. You think it's over. Well, then you got to go ahead and shoot him. And this is one thing I didn't know. I didn't know it was a machine gun, so I just had to keep shooting down. That's the easy way to kill him. I didn't know that when I first played it. Now I do. But I'm just not a big fan of that one. The next one, Revolver Ocelot. First boss in the game. I thought it was cool. You're running around, but if you do go into that little circle, then Baker blows up and he's like, "You idiot!" So it is what it is. The next one I like, Raven. I think it's a great boss. This is where I begin loving the boss fights. Raven was a great fight because you're fighting him in a snowfield. I like this fight for what it is. I think it was a great fight. And if you got claymores, you can kill him that way. If you got C4, you can kill him that way. You could use a stinger. You could use Nikita. But whatever you do, make sure he doesn't see you because he'll blow up whatever you're shooting at him. The next one I love, the ninja fight. I love how you fight hand to hand. You don't need a weapon. I mean, yeah, Liquid, you don't really need a weapon for that one either. But I think that's a great fight. Ninja hand-to-hand basis of all combats. And then the last one, which I think is the coolest boss of all time. A lot of people may agree or disagree. I think Psycho Mantis is by far one of the best bosses in the game. I love for what he is. I love what he brings to the table. I like it a lot. I thought he did a great job. So that is why I chose Psycho Mantis, because if you don't know the trick, put in Controller 2, then you're going to have a tough time fighting him. All right, now I'm going to do 4 games. Sorry, I'm not going to put Peace Walker or Portable Ops. I'm definitely not putting 5 in there because I hate those 2 games. But yeah, I will do 2, 3, and 4. So let's get to it. And as a matter of fact, the second one is the next one. And the bosses that I don't like, 2 I do like, pretty much go in chronological order. Almost. So let's start off. My least favorite boss is Fortune. You don't even kill her. You don't even hit her. It's just a stupid fight. All you do is you run around, wait for the time to go down, and then finally, once the elevator comes down, battle's over. You don't kill her. You don't do anything. This is a Metal Gear game, right? Aren't you supposed to kill the bosses? I don't know. I just didn't like that boss at all. The second one I did not like in that one, Batman. I just don't like the bombs. I hate how you got to go look for the bombs and then shoot them and look for the bombs. I'm just not a fan of that. I like the concept of it, but I just hate it. The third one that I don't like, the Hind D. We're pretty much going in order, by the way, for a Raiden story. I just don't like the Hind D. It is what it is, but it's not horrible, but I don't know, it could be better. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, it's cool, unlike the one in Metal Gear 1, because it shoots at you and it comes down and wants to shoot you, but I don't know. It is what it is. The next one I don't like in this one is Olga. It's okay. I mean, yeah, you can hide. Yeah, you can do this and that, but I don't know. Olga's fight was just kind of like getting you into the game. It was okay for a game, but not the best. But it is what it is. The next one, Ray. It's just too long of a Ray battle. But before I say I hate Ray, I might have to put the Tengu in there first, the one where you're using Snake and Raiden and you got to work together. I hated that part. But Ray, it was okay, but the harder it goes, the longer it goes, and it's just like, ugh, okay. Then we get to two good fights that I love. Vamp. I thought both Vamp battles, well, do you consider the Vamp battle two battles with Emma? I don't know, but I thought both Vamp battles were very good. I like the one, but you think you kill him and he comes back. How is that possible? And then finally, Solidus. I love Solidus's fight on top of the City Hall. I thought that was a great battle to end the game with Solidus. Great battle. Great game. I love what it is. All right, now let's go to Metal Gear 3. The first battle, I picked this one as my least favorite because if you know the trick, you can beat this guy in 2 seconds. I think you got to kill yourself and then use a revolver pill and then throw a stun grenade and then shoot him with a weapon and you kill him in 2 seconds, which is none other than the Fear. He's just too easy. If you know that trick, you can beat him in 2 seconds. That's my least favorite boss. The next one is the Pain. It's good, but it could be annoying because you're just trying to get through the game. You're trying to beat him, and it just takes forever to get those hornets off of him. It is what it is. It's just annoying. The third one, the boss. Everyone loves the boss fight. I'm just not a fan of it. I just don't like that being your last fight. I don't know. I like that you fight the boss last time, but it's just too easy. For last boss fight, I think it's too easy. The next one, the Fury. I love what the Fury brought to the table. I thought it was great, but it could have been a little bit better too. The next one, the Shagohard battle. It's too long. It's so annoying. Blah. It is. I mean, it was okay, but, it was what it is. The next one I like, Volgin. This one gives you a challenge because, yeah, he's pretty tough. I thought he was by far the best boss so far in this game. And then the last one, just because I think it's kind of like playing Lasertron and you got to find him, I think the end was by far the greatest boss in any Metal Gear Solid game. I don't know if people will agree or disagree, but I love fighting the end because you got to use your microphone. You got to see where he is. If you got the stealth, you don't get killed. I just love what the end brings to the table. I thought the end was a wonderful, wonderful boss. I love fighting the end. That's just one of my favorite things. All right, now we go to Metal Gear Solid 4, and my partner told me I forgot one of the things over here. My least favorite boss in this game, Crying Wolf. I just don't like how there's 100 guards after you, and you got to fight a boss. How fair is that, right? Aren't you supposed to be fighting a boss with no guards around you? I don't know. I just find that stupid. I just hated that boss. It's cool that you're fighting it in the same area fought Sniper Wolf, but come on. You don't need guards after you. The second boss that I loved in this game, Raging Raven. I thought Raging Raven was a little bit better, but not that great. Just because you gotta wait. There's 100 people that are flying. You don't know which one's which. But it is what it is. It's a good boss, but it could have been better. The next one I like was by far Vamp. And that's the one I forgot on my list. I like Vamp, but I just don't like how you have to, remember, use the syringe to kill him as Snake. It's cool that you fight him, but yeah. And then, of course, the battle after where you got to shoot the Geku down. That was kind of like annoying, but it was what it is. The one after that I like was Laughing Octopus. I thought this one was great because it blends into the wall. You got to say, is that him? It kind of reminded me a little of the end battle a little bit, but I thought Laughing Octopus was pretty cool. Next up was Screaming Mantis. I thought Screaming Mantis was awesome. I love Screaming Mantis. I thought Screaming Mantis did a great job, and that's what it was. The one answer that I like was Liquid Ocelot. Yeah, it was a good fight, good battle, but not for the end of the game. I thought it was just kind of stupid and corny. And then my all-time favorite boss in that game was Ray versus Rex. How awesome was that? That you got to play as Metal Gear Rex and you get to take on Metal Gear Ray. I thought that was by far the greatest battle in Metal Gear Solid 4, hands down. All right, guys, that's about it.